Well, yesterday was a really good day for cricket, and when you look at this surface, just over 500 runs scored in just about 40 overs, and this pitch has held up very well, save and except for some little footmarks outside the popping crease right here in front of the batter, but nothing to really trouble the batsman at all. Those were just guards being taken, and they've done a very good job of repairing this wicket for what it's worth and bringing it right up to speed. So this wicket has held up true to form, and that's a good thing. Hi everybody, welcome to the toss for today, day number 6 in the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. Two exciting matches today, the Ginger Generals and the Bayleaf Blasters. The Bayleaf Blasters, they were under the gun a little bit yesterday, so they're going to try and bounce back today, but they've got to start with the toss. Everybody's got to start with the toss. All right, the match referee, Mr. Carlisle Felix, is here with us, and both captains are here, Johan Jeremiah and Micah Narain, the Bayleaf Blasters and the Ginger Generals. Let's toss the coin. Head is the call by Johan Jeremiah. And it's tail. Micah Narain? Well, yesterday was not so much of a good day for you guys, the Bayleaf Blasters. You want to bounce back today. What's your story? You just won the toss.
First of all, on the tongue there, Malti for bringing us here today. We're going to have a bat first.
We're going to have a bat first. All right. It has shown that most of the teams batting first on this wicket goes on to score pretty decent totals that they can defend on. You're going to be looking at what you're looking at today. What kind of score you're hoping for?
Well, anything over 120 is par. And if we get anything more than that, we'll greatly appreciate it, because this wicket is a very good wicket. And I think the batters just have to take their time and bat and get in and try and see if they could maximize the power play and then get on with it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mike and Narain. We wish you all the best, and we see you out in the middle in just a little bit.
Thank you.
Johan Jeremiah, well, your guys' season have been going pretty all right as compared to what happened last year, but you're doing pretty well. You're going to have a bowl first. What kind of limitations you want to put on the Bayleaf Blasters today?
Yeah, anything under 100. So far, our bowl has been doing fairly decent for us, so we're just trying to take it one game at a time, and one innings at a time, assess and then move from there.
All right. Well, we wish you all the best, and we see you out in the middle in just a little bit.
Thank you.
All right. Well, both captains there, you heard it. The Bayleaf Blasters are going to have a bat first. They won the toss, and Micah Narain has chosen to bat. That's the story down at the middle. Let's go back upstairs and get ready for play. It's a really good day for cricket, a fantastic day. Good sunshine, and we're anticipating the kind of weather that we had all day yesterday. And that means it's going to be a scorcher. Out in the middle there is going to be piping hot, and the players would love it. And we're getting ready for day number 6 of the Spice Isle Dream 11 tournament. The wicket has held up nicely, and it still continues to be an exquisite batting track. The outfield as clean and pure as just as it looks on your monitor right now in front of you. And the umpires there standing guard waiting, because the teams are going to be coming out any minute now as we get ready for match day number 6. The encounter first up today, the Bayleaf Blasters coming up against the Ginger Generals. My name is Jason Skeet, and opening the bowling or the batting, he calls himself the pinch hitter, is C.R. John. Good morning, good afternoon, my friend.
Good afternoon, Jason, and good afternoon to viewers, listeners of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament, the 4th edition. Again, it's a pleasure, to be bringing you the coverage here from the Lassages playing field. What a day we had, and I'm definitely looking forward to today to see what else is in store from these teams.
All right, let's run through the teams quickly. The Bayleaf Blasters, well, the Ginger Generals won the toss, and the Bayleaf Blasters won the toss. Yes, and they're going to have a bat. Right, so Micah Narain won the toss, and they're going to have a bat. Let's take a quick look at the squad today. Kelshan Andrew is in, Nyron Belfon, Wavell Benjamin, Shakim Charles, Dylan Douglas, Imran Joseph, Micah Narain, the captain, Nilan Pascal, Corey Celestine, the wicketkeeper, Richard Rogers, and Handel Stafford. That's the starting 11. Out today is Dante Alexander. He's 12th man today. And Heron Campbell, the opening bat, number 99, he's out. He was struck by a nasty blow yesterday at the side of the head. And Sherman Lewis was the bowler. And Sherman Lewis greeted him in unthinkable fashion yesterday. Well, that's the starting lineup for the Bayleaf Blasters.
Well, the Ginger Generals, they are going with a pretty formidable team as usual. Gian Benjamin, wicketkeeper. Cleveland Bartholomew. Davis Charles, Denroy Charles, Che Duncan, John L. Eugene, Johan Jeremiah, Jarrell Jeremiah, Lyndon Lawrence, Laurie Williams, and Ronell Williams. That would be your playing 11. Not playing today would be Jonathan Taylor and Kavon Bartholomew.
Well, no surprises there for the Ginger Generals. The Ginger Generals not doing too bad at all this season. They were down in the bottom of the table last year. And sitting at the bottom of the table this year, the Bayleaf Blasters, they're right down at the bottom, and they would want to give themselves the opportunity to start climbing. But to do that, they've got to put a couple of wins under their belts now. And what a better way to start than now?
Yeah, definitely. They need to start climbing the ladder if they really intend to get their hands on another title. They are really struggling way down at the bottom. The Ginger Generals, they are in third position after the latest round of matches. So pacing themselves nicely, I would think, the Generals, to try to ensure that this year they get some silverware among their name.
All right, well, let's see how that will turn out. The Ginger Generals getting ready to take the field. The umpires are out. And, well, the Bayleaf Blasters would want to blast themselves into a good position today. You heard the captain, Mike Narine, saying that he's looking for a par 120, and anything above that, they would consider themselves lucky.
Yeah, looking at the way the wicket has been playing, average score really is about 120. They will want to make sure that they get at least the par score 120 and above to be competitive. We've saw a little bit of ill discipline from them yesterday, so they really need to bounce back quickly, the Bayleaf Blasters.
All right, well, let's take a look at some overnight developments around the world of sports just before we get the action out and running. Most folks were having some serious palpitations last night, and if your heart was not in good stead and your blood pressure was not regular, at some point I'm thinking that last night would have been a difficult night for you, but all's well that ends well. The West Indies were in some deep waters, but swam their way to 149 for 9 at the end of 20, and then restricting New Zealand to 136 for 9 in 20. The West Indies winning by 13 runs, and that win last night would have guaranteed their spot in the Super 8 of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup. So good news for friends around the Caribbean, cricket lovers around the Caribbean. The West Indies representing well. Their next matchup is on Monday, I think it is. Monday, when the West Indies will play Afghanistan.
Yeah, well, after last night's events, I termed the whole thing the roar, because you got the crowd support. I think the crowd really helped these boys to know where they are and what they're about.
Well, the opening partnership for the Bayleaf Blasters, they're outside there together with the Ginger Generals, and we're going to get started on the action. The information will come up on our monitors in just a little bit, but I can tell you that Handel Stafford, Wavell Benjamin, those are the opening batsmen. Handel Stafford is on strike, and Laurie Williams is coming from the pavilion end. And immediately, Handel Stafford showing what his intention is. It's not the kind of shot I think you want to play first up.
Yeah, well, he hasn't really gotten off to a start as yet, and so you looking to, assert yourself as early as possible.
was a beautiful delivery from Williams. Williams is spot on from the jump this morning.
He has been bowling and bowling well. Really did some good work for the Ginger Generals in their last outing. I think he picked up some 3 wickets. So definitely he is really on song.
Again. Well, he has found a line and length and just coats of varnish now, saving the batsman. 3 times he's gone past the outside edge.
I think Stafford there just a little bit tentative. Not really going after it as he did the first delivery.
Again. He's looking for something that isn't there. The batsman. 4 dot balls already in the over. Laurie Williams maintaining a pretty decent line and length, this left-hander. He's had half-handle Stafford. Handel Stafford is in a geometry class right now. He's negotiating angles. Laurie Williams is the teacher.
Yeah, Williams a very tricky customer. You definitely have to be on your P's and Q's. The old veteran is what we call him. I think he has so much experience in this game that he knows exactly what he needs to do and when he needs to do it.
Again, he's beaten the edge, so the police officer is showing who's in charge here. He's keeping guard and he's keeping the batsman in check. And at the end of the first over, a maiden over. I think it is the first maiden of the tournament.
Very much so. The first maiden over in the 4th edition of the Spice T10 tournament. A very, very rare occasion.
So, Laurie Williams, he's senior police officer, and he has shown Handel Stafford why he is police officer. He's keeping the entire situation in check. He has kept it. All right, new over coming up now. It's Charles. Davis Charles. He's going to be operating from the Riverbank end. Straight back past the bowler. First runs for the morning into the Stonehill boundary board, and that's 4.
Yeah, I'm looking at Davis Charles coming in, and I think this is the first time that I'm seeing the Ginger Generals opening the bowling with spin. And Wavell Benjamin just taking a liking to what has been tossed up at him so far.
He's a good batsman, Wavell Benjamin. Proved me wrong there. It was a quicker delivery, lifting outside the off stump. Gian Benjamin was on his toes to collect it. More runs again, this time through backward a point. That's 4. So the score moves to 8 without loss.
Yeah, Benjamin, a bit aerial, but luckily for him, it was through the gap. Anything squarer, you might have had the fielder coming into play. So good movement for them after a maiden over. Some 2 early boundaries.
Awesome day for cricket. It has been blistering consistently since a few days ago when we had the entire day rained out. Since then it's been hot. Again, good work behind the stumps. Wavell Benjamin So they've not looked as confident, the Bayleaf Blasters, but they're picking up runs. 9 already.
The Blasters really need to get themselves some sort of momentum. I think they've been a bit flat so far. Stafford will need to really get going, show the sort of prowess that we know that he has.
Going he has, and that was exquisitely played up through the offside for 4.
And that's what we're talking about. This is what we know of Stafford. This is the kind of player that he is. I think he's been trying to, do too much. This is what he get to the pitch through the line of the ball, boundary. So 2 overs gone, and the score is 13. Definitely a bit of momentum. 13 coming off that over, Jason. So it means that if they can maintain this from here on in, they should be able to cross the 120 mark.
They're going to have a lot of work to do. Steal a single. The Bayleaf Blasters played 3 matches already. They've lost 2, and because of the no result from all the rain we had about 3 days ago, they shared a point. So they're perched on 1 point at the bottom of the table. The Bayleaf Blasters looking for 2 here today against the Ginger Generals. Okay, well, Laurie Williams has the number of Handel Stafford for sure. He's beaten him with 7 consecutive deliveries now.
Yeah, Stafford needs to really make that adjustment. I think he's staying a little too far away from the delivery to try and hit it. He needs to get himself a little closer. It's moving away from him.
Again. Oh, this is awesome bowling. This is exquisite bowling from Laurie Williams.
Yeah, I just said it, and he tried, but unfortunately, he still can't get back onto ball. So something is going to give. You can look for it. I think Stafford is feeling the pressure right now.
He gets his first run off Laurie Williams, and that would probably be a reason to celebrate. Handel Stafford has moved on. He's there. He's on 5. Weevil Benjamin on 10. Laurie Williams has been superb. He's a cool customer, is he? Never looks flustered at all.
And I love what Benjamin has just done. He moved a couple pieces up the wicket, trying to throw off the bowler, just to make sure that something happens. But again, Williams just knowing exactly what to do based on what is happening out there shows his experience.
Stafford latches onto him now quickly, gives himself some room and goes square onto the offside. That's 4.
Yeah, beautiful shot. That's what we're talking about. This is what Stafford wants, a bit of momentum. He came across and he was able to free the arm, get close enough to it, through the gap. 4 runs. Good result for him.
Well, that brings up the end of the over and the end of Laurie Williams' spell. His 2 overs going for just 6 runs. Nothing in the wickets column, but he is kept to the Bayleaf Blasters in check, and with 1 more over remaining in the power play, 20 runs coming off the first 3 overs. You would think that the momentum here is with the Ginger Generals after 3 overs.
Yeah, I quite agree with you. I think the momentum is with them. They've started well, a maiden over, from Laurie Williams, and it means now that the Bayleaf Blasters, they really have to, you know, force the pace to really get a good total coming out of the power play.
These power plays are so critical.
I think the only good thing that is going for them, they have not lost the wicket.
Ronald Williams, comes into the attack now from the Riverbank end. Tall, slim young man. He does generate some pace. Ronald Williams. That was a lot closer than it appeared to be.
Quite agree with you. I think Benjamin look as he had given up there.
Not convincing. But runs are runs. The Bayleaf Blasters certainly would need to get a win under their belt today. Not convincing just yet. They've been having some rough days, these Bayleaf Blasters. Certainly not a lot going their way.
Yeah, you can see they're doing a lot of thinking, trying to ensure that, you know, they do not give it away. But with that, they're restricting themselves from really the sort of expression that we know that they can express themselves. So they need to do something and do something quickly.
Well, at the end of it, we're now sitting at just about 1 over remaining, 1 delivery remaining in this over, and the Bayleaf Blasters are 24 without loss. Really awesome day for cricket here at the Lasajas playing field. It has been exciting so far, the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament, and we're on the verge of another enthralling 2 encounters today. Again, he's living dangerously, Benjamin. Living dangerously.
Yeah, they really need to do this. You do not want to rack up too many dot balls, especially when the boundaries are not coming. So they're trying their best to rotate the strike as much as possible.
That was beautifully played for just 1, but that will do a world of good for his confidence now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think he's starting to feel a bit of momentum. Stafford really looking to get a score behind his name as the over comes to an end. But Jason, quite an interesting bit of information I'm seeing here. It's over number 4, and the Bayleaf Blasters, they have faced 2 overs of dot balls already.
Well, interesting you say. And more like appalling if you ask me. 26 runs coming out of the power play now. Surely another opportunity missed here for them. We would want to get much more than that, but what's working for them now is that they have all wickets intact still. So just maybe it's a part of the plan. Jonel Eugene is into the attack now. John L. Eugene. More spin from the Ginger Generals.
Yeah, Bayleaf Blasters really need to start blasting their way up.
Good delivery. And Weevil Benjamin is back in the hut. He's gotten him just like that. He's gone. And the Bayleaf Blasters lose their first wicket. 27 for 1. Weevil Benjamin is gone for 12. Stumped by Benjamin of the bowling of John L. Eugene.
Yeah, really ill-advised stroke there. I don't understand the plan by Benjamin. Really, 2 men out on the onside, and you're still looking to go on the onside when the bowler is pushing the ball across you. It really doesn't make much sense.
Oh, he had to find a way to try and score some runs because they were bogged down, and this is what happens when you build pressure. And that has brought Dylan Douglas to the wicket. The last wicket going down, Weevil Benjamin, stumped by G.N. Benjamin of the bowling of John L. Eugene for 12. He's faced 12 deliveries, and he spent 16 minutes outside there for just his 12 runs. But, let's see what Douglas will have in store for us. Dylan Douglas. Dylan Douglas, did he play yesterday in that game? Yes, he did actually, the wicket keeper. He scored 6 runs yesterday, so he would want to do better than that today.
Yeah, he definitely wants to do better. And Douglas, Volcano, experienced Volcano player, will want to make sure that he shows the level of his ability.
Just one.
Confident stroke, with just one, but more importantly, a confident stroke.
Yeah, I think a lot will hinge on how well Douglas bats in this inning for the Bayleaf Blasters.
Oh, he's latched onto him this time. Is it going to clear? Yes, it does. So it goes all the way. And the first big hitting 6 comes up for the day.
Yeah, Stafford really launching into that one. Got close enough to it and ensured that there is no way he would miss. He was fully to the pitch and lifting really nicely for a maximum.
So John L. Eugene still has 1 delivery in this over. And looking to go with him again this time, a little bit maybe over mid-wicket, but not making any connection. Good afternoon to our friends viewing us on Facebook, on the Grenada Cricket Association's Facebook page, and also our friends on the YouTube pages of the TNR Communications and Grenada Cricket Association as well, and some other folks sharing the live feed, our friends in India. And well, we're live here at the Lassa Just Playing Field in St. David, Grenada. So the Bayleaf Blasters at the end of 5. They are 34 for 1. Handel Stafford is there. He's on 18. Dylan Douglas has just joined him. He's on 1. Douglas coming in after the fall of the wicket of Weevil Benjamin, stumped by Benjamin, G.N. Benjamin, that is, of the bowling of John L. Eugene. Now Duncan, Shade Duncan, comes into the attack for the Ginger Generals. Ginger Generals looking to restrict these Bayleaf Blasters for under 100, they say. And Duncan is coming from the river bank end. Good afternoon to Cummins. He will hear from him in just a little bit. Starts off with an extra, a no ball, so we can look forward to a free hit. And with a free hit, that brings Cummins into the commentary. Cummins, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to all listeners. It's a lovely day indeed for the game of glorious uncertainties.
He makes connection with it, but clears the head of the man down there at the mid-on boundary. No chance, and that's 6. Well struck, firmly struck by Dylan Douglas.
It was a good shot, getting into position quite early and making sure that the ball hits the middle of the bat. Good shot.
Surely that must be a concern for the umpire. His height just been clubbed for 6, wanting to send a message to the batsman. He's been called for wide.
It's a wicket, whatever you put in, you will get out, and you can see Duncan is really striving for a little bit of pace.
Slower delivery, well played, but well fielded outside there. It's awesome work. Lyndon Lawrence doing the tidying work. Shot deserved more than a single there, that much I can tell you. It should have gone for 4, but Lyndon Lawrence was perched ready and good feeling.
And Stafford looking to get into the momentum of the game, but not as explosive as he should really be. But nonetheless, he's there. And I guess they're very mindful. They're looking for a pass score of 120 and see what he can get further.
Oh, it's a wide delivery, wayward down the leg side. And Gian Benjamin having to work extra time, overtime.
And that's a good take from the wicketkeeper.
Would you use the word good take for such a take like that? Give him another adjective. Slower delivery. He doesn't have much reach, Gian Benjamin. He's not the tallest. He's probably the shortest in the tournament, and for him to go all the way down the leg side there and pounce on it so quickly.
But he's in my mind a very good wicketkeeper, and it's no surprise of the kind of work he will do.
Good work outside there. Good work in the deep. On the offside, but just to 1, and then the overthrows would give them something extra. The Bayleaf Blasters wouldn't mind that at all. They're just flirting around the 50 region now. They're 46 for 1.
I need to get on with it.
Wow. Much slower delivery this time, and a no ball. So Che Duncan having a long over. Very long over for Che Duncan. He's bowled 2 wides, 2 no balls already in this over.
He got to settle down himself, calm himself, and get it right again.
No, he still has 1 more delivery remaining. It's a very long over.
Definitely, he not getting what he he really wants to do. So just a little bit about the place with the no balls and the wides. Some man with a big broad shoulder.
Johan Jeremiah doing the tidy work at short mid-wicket. And no runs coming off the last delivery at the end of 6. The Bayleaf Blasters are 48 for 1. They're ambling along.
Yes, ambling along, I do agree with that because they're not actually regularly with the singles, and looking at them, both batsmen for the time being have been looking a little bit crampy in the wicket, not making much movement and not really looking to take the ascendancy, just playing it as he come along. But I think with 6 overs gone, 4 overs remaining, it's time that they should be, with wickets in hand, try to look at turning things around.
Eugene continues. This one is lofted up. And Duncan is settling on there. Duncan takes the catch. Jay Duncan takes the catch. He was at a very straight long on and then had to run around, had to cover some ground to get into midway mid-on and took an easy catch eventually.
Very much textbook catch. Get into the zone. Good balance. Taking it very low. It's a good catch. And unfortunately, Bayleaf had lost another wicket just in the time when he's looking to get into the acceleration zone. But unfortunately, he has to go.
I think he tried to drag it from outside the off stump. It would have served him better playing that ball through the offside. I think he tried to manufacture something to score on the offside, on the onside, when maybe just a push somewhere square of the wicket on the offside would have yielded maybe 2 runs for him.
And I think that is one of the problems with some of the batsmen. That is thinking of what should be done the correct time. Instead, they're trying to force things around that is not what is their style of cricket, and that is actually bringing the downfall.
All right, well, good afternoon to our friends of viewing. Share the live. There's no charge for sharing the live. Sally and Duncan Alfred, good afternoon. And,
just one.
Narayan is into the action. He's going to tempt the arm of the field outside there in the deep and wisely deciding against it. So Stafford and Narayan coming in and immediately off the mark. The last batsman going down, Dylan Douglas. Yeah. Doing the damage there. He's been under a whole lot of pressure. Caught Duncan off for Eugene.
Catch it.
Just one again. Well, they're operating in singles. And in this opportunity, turning ones into twos. A bit of a fumble down there straight, and they took full advantage of it. That's good cricket.
That's good cricket, and that's what cricket, especially at this format, calls for. You got to get runs almost of every delivery.
Thick, dangerous breeze passing by the head of the wicket keeper there from that bat.
Yes, the batsman not actually in the correct position to play the shot that he wanted to play. And yes, that's what he had. That's why he had missed it completely.
Ginger Generals has some support online. Kimara E2. She's rooting for the Ginger Generals. Oh. Easy dismissal, soft dismissal, nowhere near it. And Mike and Narayan not adding very much to the total for the Bayleaf Blasters. And the Bayleaf Blasters, well, they've been placed on a halt. 51 and for 3. And more wickets going down. They're on a slow boat to China, these Bayleaf Blasters.
Well, that's a very poor shot from Naran for a batsman in Naran caliber. I think I noticed that what he has been doing for the longest while. He has been just getting his foot just slightly on the off stump and trying to take it from outside the off stump, drag it from outside the off stump too long, and this has not worked for him. And only able to scone that ball up into the air. I think he must be very much dissatisfied with himself as a captain, not being able to add anything much to the total. Well, Joseph is making his way out, and the Bayleaf Blasters really, using your words, needs to be blasting.
All right, well, number 17, Imran Joseph, comes to the wicket. Now, Imran Joseph could strike the ball. He has the power to strike the ball, but he's at the non-striker's end. He didn't get off yesterday. The Bayleaf Blasters would need him to put down the true meaning of a cameo here today. He's more than capable, but he needs to make connection with it. In the meantime, his partner Handel Stafford is there on 22. Down the wicket and looking to get on with the score. We're inside the start of the 8th over. And Imran Joseph comes into strike. A nutmeg shell, good afternoon. Good afternoon to Malika Matthew. Just saying good afternoon quickly to some of our viewers online.
I think, Jason, one of the things I noticed that some of these batsmen this morning, in terms of coming down the wicket, they're not timing it at all.
Oh, the Bayleaf Blasters, they've not gotten into rhythm. His head is in the air again. And Davis Charles is having a little giggle. He's probably planning something. Slow delivery, middle of the bat. Just one. It was a good delivery. It gave it some flight, but it dipped on Joseph at the very last second. Danger here, anxious moments. Joseph is inside. The stumps undisturbed.
They really need to get some momentum here. The balls are ticking off, and it's a very long time. They have been in the 50s. They have lost 2 wickets there, and they need to get that momentum going. Just about 14 deliveries remaining in that inning, and they really need to get something going here.
Well, this time he makes connection with it, and when he makes connection, boy, does he connect. Hello, into the mahogany trees. And Imran Joseph has made good connection there for maximum.
You got to keep your eyes on the ball, keep his shape, and that's what he did there. Just open the front foot a little bit, and the ball, letting the bat come through. Good bat speed.
When he hits it, it stays hit. The Bayleaf Blasters would need him to blast a few more like those.
He's bold.
Well. The story continues. Just when you think they got into drive, they've been stuck back in neutral again. The Bayleaf Blasters, 61 runs on the board.
I think it's just a slower delivery there into the pitch, and he just decided, I'm going to go and head in the air and just swing in wildly. Unfortunately, Ginger gets another wicket.
61 for 4 at the end of 8, and We've learned not to take any of these totals lightly. If we were taking totals lightly, then the West Indies would have probably lost last night, but they knew they had a low total and they defended it very well.
Yes, excellently. They have done it. The leg spinner is on. Bartholomew.
So the Ginger Generals. Cleveland Bartholomew. This one is a mistimed. It goes up in the air and is settling on it nicely. The catch taken. Laurie Williams does not make any error whatsoever. A safe pair of hands and more wickets down. 61 for 5.
This has just continued to be some poor cricket. What was he thinking? The new bowler in, you get a short delivery. You have had all the time in the world to play that ball through mid-wicket on the ground or hitting that ball safely over the mid-wicket and just scoring it high in the air, and that lost his wicket. At least he had been in there for some time, and he should have understood that he has to stay there to bat a little longer for his team. Unfortunately, he paid the price.
Shakim Charles is heading out now to the middle.
Short.
They're going to need him to at least bat out the rest of these overs, together with Shakim, together with Nyrone Belfon. These two batters, very new now to the middle. 0-0. 9 extras already in this innings. We're just into the 9th over, the start of the 9th over. And the current run rate going at 7, just under 7.5.
Well, Shakim has been an opening batsman from under 15, playing for Grenada, playing for St. Andrews, and he normally he's always an opening batsman. To see him lower down in his order, I don't know what's the ploy of Bayleaf, but let's see what happens.
They will get the extra one down the leg side. Well, they've been in quicksand for a long time, these Bayleaf Blasters. Going nowhere forward and heading down. Looking again outside the off stump. Wide call. It was pretty close. The bowler questioning the umpire with a look, not saying anything. Cleveland Bartholomew. He's made connection with this one. It has gone high, it has gone hard, it has cleared the ropes. And they needed that, of course. So Nyrone Belfon gets into the action, 6 runs.
Well, Nyrone Belfon is always known for his big hitting. Let's hope he can last to the end of this inning. Bayleaf will really need much more of this if they have to get a competitive score. The wicket is playing very true. What you put in there is what you get out. Some little cracks on it, but not anything to give the bowler any preference over the batsman. You got to stay in there. You got to work hard and to get whatever total you want. Not just hitting and.
Well, the Ginger Generals, they have used 6 bowlers already. So they've mixed it up nicely, the Ginger Generals. They've mixed it up nicely. And Laurie Williams, of course, the more economical of the bowlers. His 2 overs, 1 maiden, 6 runs, no wickets in that column, but 9 dot balls and an economy rate of 3 runs per over. That's exquisite. Davis Charles, his 2 overs going for 23 and picking up just the 1 wicket. And Ronald Williams is only over so far, going for 5. John L. Eugene, 2 overs for 10.
That first over by Larry Williams had really brought pressure on the on Bayleaf.
Bowled again. And they've used the Bartholomew now, who's in his first over. He's gone for 8 so far, so 6 bowlers being used by Johan Jeremiah here this afternoon.
And they have been very economical. 70 runs on the board. They have picked up 5 wickets.
Slapped. Just 2 runs. Easy 2. Comfortable 2. And surely now they must be thinking that the target should be at least 85, these Bayleaf Blasters. Johan Jeremiah did say he wants to limit them to under 100.
Well, the ploy he has used so far it worked.
Just a single again. Well, the overthrows has turned it into 2. They've got to keep their composure now, the Ginger Generals.
He had used his bowlers very efficiently and very smart in the field placing. And I think that this had worked well against the Bayleaf Blasters. So far, they just cannot find a way to blast themselves to a competitive score. And just taking it ball by ball, we're going to see Williams coming back. And this will be for the final over. But Bayleaf Blasters yet to get a couple of substantial overs where they can score runs, and it has not happened for them.
So Ronald Williams, who went for 5 of his first over. No wickets to his name, but he has been very economical as well. 5 runs from his first over. He's going to bowl the last over. And Nyron Belfon is there on 7. Shakim Charles on 4. The Blasters are 74 for 5. Someone is predicting a final score of 90. You think they can get to 90?
They got to. Well, Belfon just have to keep his eyes, keep his shape, and plunder the ball away.
Just 1 down to man down there on the mid-on boundary. Just 1. Straightish mid-on.
3 sixes can get them there. 15 runs away from what could be a competitive total. I don't think 80 will be enough. Somewhere in the 90s or possibly 100. It's a good pitch. If you bowl smart and use it well, you get the result that you want. Larry Williams have shown us that in the very first over and continue through his spell.
Slower delivery. And he was beaten. All ends up. Well disguised, the slower delivery by Ronald Williams. Take a look at it. See the wobbling seam going down there?
Very much so. And you can see that he had held the ball across the seam too. Experience. Had played for Grenada under 19, also Winwood under 19. Ronald Williams.
Just 1 down to fine leg.
Somebody's going to be out. Yes.
And there was no communication there at all between the batters, and it all went haywire. The replay would show the commotion, and 76 for 6.
Well, at least this fielder had done it much smarter than Purang in the game last night, when he had enough time to walk in or run in and take the bails off. He stood and threw the ball at the stump and missed everything. This time the batsman doing it all smartly. He picked the ball up and realizing that the batsman going to be short, he run in and took the bails off. So Kelshan Andrew making his way in. Just what, 4 deliveries remaining? And Bayleaf Blasters really will be disappointed with themselves not getting a big total. Well, we check Shakim has left his crease, and yes, he fell there. The batsman going cross him. Belfon and Shakim just have to sadly go back. What a way to get out. But it's all part of it. 3 deliveries remaining.
So we're going to have a very short one. A very short innings by the Bayleaf Blasters. The runs are coming, a thick outside edge, and they wouldn't mind that at all. The Bayleaf Blasters continues to add to the score. They're up to 81 with 2 legal deliveries remaining.
Nyron Benjamin just throwing his bat at this one, getting a thick outside edge, using the pace and picking up a 4.
Oh, it's well played, not as timed as they would want, but they picked up 2, 83 for 6. The Ginger Generals, they've practically owned the Bayleaf Blasters today, Cummins. They've pulled and thugged them in just about every direction, and they've limited them to a modest total, but still a defendable one. Anything can happen. Last delivery of the innings coming up. And it's played through the onside. The call is 1. Surely they're going to challenge the arm for 2. And they will get 2 in the end. And that has brought the total to 85 for 6. After 10, the Bayleaf Blasters, 85 for 6. 85, a defendable total, you think?
Could be a defendable total, but keeping in mind that Jeremiah has had some form from the last game, it could be finished in quick time. But at least they have gotten something respectable. At one stage, I thought they would have not have been reaching 70, right, but they got to 85, and I think that challenge the Ginger Generals.
All right, well, let's run through the scorecard quickly for you because we're going to take a few moments here just to refresh ourselves and stretch our legs. Handel Stafford, he opened the batting, and he was the top scorer there for the Bayleaf Blasters, 24. Weevil Benjamin was stumped by Gian Benjamin of the bowling of Jonal Eugene for 12. Nyron Belfon, he ended the innings on 17. And those were the main contributors there for the Bayleaf Blasters, bringing them to 85 for 6. Laurie Williams was the pick of the bowlers. He was particularly fantastic with his bowling. Just 6 runs coming off his 2 overs for an economy rate of 3. Not in the wickets column, but he wouldn't mind that. But the dot balls column was very high with him. 9 dot balls in the wickets column. 2 wickets for Che Duncan. He went for 13 off his single over. And not 3 wickets actually for Jonal Eugene. Jonal Eugene picking up 3 wickets for 10 runs from his 2 overs, his economy rate of 5. But the wickets in that column is what made the difference for him. Che Duncan not picking up a wicket. He was gone for 13. But the most expensive of the bowlers here for the Ginger Generals, Davis Charles, 2 overs, 23 runs, 1 wicket. But a very good day in the field for the Ginger Generals. They've done exceptionally well. They've kept their eyes on the ball, and they've done the good work outside there in the field. Now they've got to try and eclipse this. They're looking for 86, And 86 pretty much gettable on this batting track, but it's cricket.
It's cricket.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to come back in just a little bit for the start of the chase when the Ginger Generals will look to get up to 86. We see you in just under 5 minutes.
Getting down to Grenada, we've created these incredible recipes for young chefs to essentially curate in the fashion of their culinary art. I'm very excited about this partnership. Grenada is known as the Spice Island, culinary capital in the Caribbean, as many have remarked.
What makes Grenadian cuisine so special? And the answer lies in the proximity of everything fresh.
I'm looking forward to uncovering the ingredients and the cultural expressions of Grenada and the pop. In Caribou, we had an amazing time, but I was so impressed about the beauty of the island and the people. So warm, friendly. I felt it kind of like a challenge. I thought I could say something here. I could do something here. The idea of bringing Grenada into the global culinary conversation became the mantra. We have to tell that story.
Must tell that story. And we are telling that story.
Well, you are, one pot at a time.
If me take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island, best believe my list gon' be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. The cleanest breeze on the waters, friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. We stand for. We stand for.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More
as one, blessed with the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are
Going higher. 50 years we're blessed with force and fire. Oh, you mean? We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Aspire, build advances, want people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Really and truly, can't find the words to describe what my country mean to me. So much things we take for granted, but so much things they give to me.
Peace and tranquility, family, community. It no matter where I go in the world, just know that the women's where my heart
For 50 years, as you shake for 50 more, as you shake to reach your goal, like you only bring the goal.
I can see the vision clear. Sing it out to let the people hear.
Look at how we've gone and how far we've come.
50 years we strong and more to come, more to come, more to come. It's only up from here. More, more, more. Higher, higher. It's only up. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed with fortune and fire. Still reaching for more.
we make the curry pity matnik.
Going higher. 50 years we're blessed with fortune and fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher, as we aspire. Build advances, put people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
We'll take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning.
All right, well, we're back here at the Lasseter playing field. It's the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 Tournament, Edition 4. And we have a very interesting game on hand. The Bayleaf Blasters, they're coming up against the Ginger Generals. Bayleaf Blasters in their first innings, they mustered 85 for 6 of their allotment of 10 overs. And it's the turn of the Ginger Generals to try and chase this down. Your predictions, Mr. Ashley Cummings?
Well, it runs on the board, and we have two prolific openers there in Lawrence and Jeremiah for the Ginger Generals. The experience of Pascal and the rest of the bowlers will have to tell, and I think that Pascal, with his experience, he's just going to try to work Jeremiah out, and once you can get one of those batsmen very early, I think Bayleaf may just have a chance.
Well, the Bayleaf fans will hope that they have a chance. 85, really not a score that we've seen pose any challenge to any of the teams. I think this is, for the second consecutive game, this is maybe their lowest total. They had 66 yesterday, 85 today. Most of the teams score 100, 120. So definitely, I think they would feel under par. But as you said, Pascal would be key. The other bowlers will need to support him. And they will have to get early wickets. So far, really not getting on the cards as yet, Pascal. Getting a bit of movement, but maybe starting just a little too straight, and he will need to really make the adjustment and make it quickly.
Definitely. He has to make it quite quickly. Can't keep bowling wide.
Again down the leg side. This time they're going to steal a single. Loud appeal.
Loud appeal.
And some excitement quite early. And for the Bayleaf Blasters, if you a Bayleaf Blaster fan, you will be happy. We have a direct hit. And we're going to go upstairs to see. It's quite close. It's quite close. Batsman not really pushing the bat through. He seemed to have dropped the bat down.
The umpires are going to have another look.
Definitely the third umpire will come into play at this time. Will be a heart-wrenching moment.
Definitely so. To get Jeremiah out early, I think that is going to always deploy for the Bayleaf Blasters. It's a very tense moment. But it was a good bit of cricket there by Belfont. That's Benjamin. And let's have another look at it.
So we're looking at the throw coming in. Batsman.
Oh, he's there. He's there.
Let's just need to slow it again. Well, it seems like they have struck. So the Bayleaf Blasters, it seems like they have struck. They have seen the back of the very dangerous Johan Jeremiah, who goes via the run-out route. And really, this must give them some sort of confidence. It must give them some sort of hope.
Well, that is the wicket they actually want, to make sure they see his back early. And seeing his back early will give them the kind of confidence that they will need to play this game.
Oh my God, back yourself, eh?
Yeah, well, one hard-hitting batsman replacing another as Gian Benjamin strides to the crease. There is no letting up. The Bayleaf Blasters, they have to do this and do this consistently if they're really going to defend this 80-85 on the board.
It's a good start for them. Very good start. And all this would happen off a wide ball.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Does that give them, some sort of momentum? Does that give them something to look forward to?
Well, they are in last address, so they must have some hope.
Well, I can tell you hope is a good distance away from last address at this time, but let's see. It's going to be Pascal, and Lyndon Lawrence will be the batter facing up. That's dispatched. That's gone. That is not what you want to serve up to Lyndon Lawrence at this time. Pascal erring there in length, and Lawrence quickly onto it.
Well, this one was short and stood up and asking to hit me. And, well, he responded with a maximum.
Yeah, that's really not the type of bowling that you need right now. If you're a Bayleaf Blaster, you want to be challenging the outside edge, challenging the wicket, trying to make sure that these batsmen get some sort of pressure from your bowling.
Pascal have different thoughts. There is no slip. So he's not going to be bothering the edge at all.
Yes. Well done, Corey. Hit me, now, hit me.
Ball is new, ball is hard. I think there should be a sleeve there looking for the edge of the bat. But Pascal, using the experience and having most of the fieldsmen within the circle, only two of them outside.
And as you rightly said, there we go. Had the slip been in play, he just may have had the wicket of Lyndon Lawrence, but quite rightly so. Without a slip, that would have just been at the midriff of the slipper, and that should have been a comfortable catch. It turns out to be another boundary to Lyndon Lawrence.
I can't see the reason why you're opening the bowling with a hard ball, new ball, in the first over, and you have no sleep. I don't understand it.
Well, the captain for the Bayleaf Blasters seem to be thinking differently. You defending just a total of 85. You need to, really attack as much as possible from ball one. You should be attacking. The field set has to back up, that sort of attack because you don't have much runs to go behind.
Well, my style of cricket is always attacking. I don't like playing on the defense at all, especially in those kind of times when we just seen a slip being put in place and it's kind of wide. Still feel he should be getting to a second slip position to make it much more attacking at this time.
Well, Pascal really will try to serve up the bag of tricks that he carried with him today. But so far it has not worked.
It has not worked at all thus far.
One delivery to go and he will want to close off this over with the wicket of Lawrence. Seeing the back of Lawrence here will be a happy sight for the Bayleaf Blasters. Slip and play.
It's wide. I think this one just brushing the pads on its way. When you have a look at it again, yes, just the front pad, just brushing the front pad on its way. So it's the end of a relatively good over from Pascal. I want to make it here. Despite 15 runs that scored. His line of attack in the beginning to Jeremiah, it was a little bit different to that of Benjamin. He was more looking at off stump for Benjamin, whereas he's looking to go middle and leg for Jeremiah. I don't know what this play was all about, but normally you put a first slip in place or second slip in place and you try to attack the batsman looking for the edge. We did not see that, but Jeremiah is still not in there. One wicket is down, and let's see what happens with the new bowler, Andrew.
Well, a lot for the Bayleaf Blasters captain to think about Micah Narayan. He has to really be on song here if they are going to keep the Ginger Generals under 85. Good hustling in the field there by the Blasters. This is what you need. Defending a small total, you want to make sure you put the batters under extreme pressure.
Bowler will have to keep bowling relatively good length, good line, and swerve up the cross seamers, the slower ones, the Yorkers. Have everything in place in his armory to ensure you get wickets.
Good delivery there from Andrew. He, one of the up-and-coming seamers that we have around here in Grenada. I think he's a thinking bowler.
A strong bowler too.
Yeah, does have some strength behind him. But in this T10 format, it's not all about strength. It's about deception and being able to change and vary your pace, vary the balls.
This time he goes into. Whoa. What has that ball missed?
Yeah, really a by signal there by the umpire, but it just needed maybe a coat of varnish, and definitely he might have had a wicket. But Lawrence living a bit dangerously.
He has a very good in-swinging Yorker. I know, and maybe this is one of those that he had tried.
And he has just gotten
Ow.
another wicket. The Bayleaf Blasters seem like they really want to put up a fight here today. Another wicket for the Bayleaf Blasters. Benjamin whipping this one. And a quite comfortable catch. He had to stretch, but he was always in control.
Very much in control. It's a good delivery. He had taken a little pace off it, and Benjamin was quickly into it. Saw it coming, lighted up his eyes, and was only able to get it into the hand of the fielder there in back of the square. A very good catch indeed. A good timely jump, and Benjamin just making his way back.
Well, Bayleaf Blasters are really in a good position. I think they will be happy. The camp will be happy. They just need to continue this sort of momentum. Wickets in this format, wickets and more wickets. That's the only way they're going to restrict this Ginger Generals batting lineup.
Well, they have work in the hand to do, and let's see how they do it. They're slightly ahead in terms of the runs. They were supposed to be 11 runs, but they are 17 for 2. They are ahead on the runs. Well, let's hope that the Blasters can capitalize and get a couple more quick wickets. Really send them under some pressure.
Well, Kelshan Andrew has 2 deliveries remaining, and these will be 2 very important deliveries for him and his team. Getting it in the right area will be what he wants. Again, good length. A new batter coming in wants to be circumspect. He does need a little time to really know what the pitch is serving up. So Andrew attacking the stumps. Really, this is what you want.
A dot ball, very important at this time. Instead of the power play.
A lot of thinking happening out there. They are sensing something. They really want things to go their way, the Bayleaf Blasters.
That's 2 good deliveries ball there by Andrew. Really cramping the batsman, not giving him any room at all to play an attacking shot as this over has come to an end. And so far so good with Kelshan Andrew. Bayleaf, the Ginger Generals will have to find a way through. We'll have to walk the way through. And I think that the Bayleaf Blasters are really looking to put on a show here this afternoon.
Well, put on a show. They surely will have to put on a show. It will, in my view, will be one of the greatest wins of the season if they can actually pull off a victory here and defend 85 runs. I think they have the bowling quality to do so, the experience of Pascal. You have young Kelshan Andrew, you have
Belfon.
In your lineup Belfon, you have
Narayan
with you, you also have Joseph. If these guys can really get it together, they can be dangerous. So Pascal doing his best to keep the ball on the park and has done so with his first delivery in his second over. His first over went for 15, or rather 14. He doesn't want to repeat that, but what he would need is maybe to get 2 quick wickets here that would help his team to really come up trumps. Again, another good delivery.
A very good stop there by keeper.
Pascal will want to see the back of one of these two. John L. Eugene can really belt it around, has quite an array of shots. And once he gets settled there, he could prove to be very dangerous.
Pascal, all the experience.
Yeah, just seemed to be strained there again. Pascal not really adjusting well to the left-handers. To the right-handers, he seemed to have it spot on, but to the left, just seemed to be struggling somewhat.
Sometimes I wonder why the bowlers, in that case, don't try somewhere around the wicket.
I doubt he will. If what happened to Jeremiah can happen again, he just may want that to happen.
Well, I guess some things only happen once in a while, Randall. But let's see what happens. See, the captain is asking for the back of the square. Pascal is asking for the mid-off or the cover. Remains.
Yeah.
A bit of slow walk there. If you have to throw in from this area, you got to throw it in as quickly as possible. If you have to make 360 turn with the hand, it's going to be just too late.
Yeah, no point in shying if you're going to do it that slowly. But good result for them, though. It's only a single. So some sort of pressure being built up of the bowlers, by the bowlers so far. And of the 2.3 overs, they've gone just for 20. Had only 1-4 and 1-6, so that's good going for them so far. Again, Pascal finding the edge of Lawrence's bat, but going down and eluding the slip, going for 4. So again, Pascal seemed to have the number on Lawrence, but Lawrence is getting the small victories in terms of the boundaries.
Just not taking the hook as Pascal will really want it. Narayan in a position more or less in no man's land. I make it. The ball is coming through. Let's see what will happen.
Lawrence climbs into this one. That has beaten the diving cover, but they only get 2. Pascal now wants to make sure that he closes off the over.
Stage, guys, stage.
It's hard hitting Lawrence, getting that one down to the long on region. And they get 1. So the over comes to an end. At the end of over number 3, the Ginger Generals, they are 27 for 2. And Bayleaf Blasters will want to make sure that they end the power play in a relatively good state. So far, Lyndon Lawrence 18 from 11. Your main score, 2 4s and 1 6 credited to him. Been a good battle so far.
It's a relatively small total, but we are looking for everything that could be possible here in that chase.
Andrew continuing to keep it tight. He will need to really keep it tight. All the bowlers, they want to make sure that they keep it very, very tight if they are going to defend this 85. So far, they have done well. Must give them some credit, the Bayleaf Blasters. And another one goes. Another one goes. Lawrence is out. So the Bayleaf Blasters, they are really striking and striking hard. They're coming at the Ginger Generals. 3 down, 27 on the board.
Well, I just like the line that the young man is bowling. He's pitching the ball up. He's not afraid to pitch the ball up. If you want it, you go for it. But he has a well-placed offside there, and this is the result you get.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful bowling by young Andrew. Not afraid to pitch it up, and it has brought fruits. The Bayleaf Blasters, they are looking and working really hard to try and effect a victory here today. It's not impossible. It's going to be hard. They have to continue, as we keep saying. And so far, they're proving their worth with the ball.
Left hand there, guys. Left.
So the Bayleaf Blasters looking to claw their way back into this contest. They really can't afford to go down today. They're going to go down. They're fighting all the way. New batter, Jeremiah. Another left-handed batter, so 2 left-handers at the crease. 2 very explosive left-handers, I must say. Good hustling there by the Ginger Generals. They're looking to keep the strike rotating. Well, Gene goes hard. Only a single to Shakim Charles. Yeah, Andrew doing really, really well just to keep that ball, in the park. It's not really raining boundaries, and that's a good thing for the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yes, he's bowling a good length, bowling a good line, and that's what is important at this time.
Slower delivery, so definitely Andrew just using a lot of his youthful experience here and doing the job for the Bayleaf Blasters. Another over comes to an end. The score at the end of over number 4, it's 29 for 3. And again, quite interestingly, at this stage, after 4 overs, there has been 2 overs of dot balls faced by the Ginger Generals. And one can recall, I think the Bayleaf Blasters, they at after 4 had also 2 overs of dot balls. So quite even Steven in my view.
Even Steven. As I said, the pitch is a very good pitch. What you put in, that's what you will get out. So if you stay and bat, runs will come. You bowl good length, you bowl good line, you will get wickets. And so far, I think we have been seeing this.
Well, a change in the bowling. Imran Jeremiah is going to come from the pavilion end. He needs to be on song today if he's going to really, if the Bayleaf Blasters are going to, restrict the Ginger Generals. He could be quite pacey at times, but at times he really lacks the sort of consistency that the bowling unit needs. If he can keep it tight and really serve up the sort of pace that he has, then it could be an uphill task for the Ginger Generals.
In the meantime, Captain Michael Narayan is very much circumspect with the kind of field that he's set and making sure that he keep everyone in check.
Good work down on the boundary by young Andrew. So Jeremiah looking to, Joseph rather looking to start well, served up a decent Yorker, but batsman just lucky to get a little inside edge onto it. Unfortunately, Benjamin couldn't stop it, but it ends well for them.
Yeah, Benjamin made a very good effort to stop it, but unfortunately, they got runs instead.
Again, Joseph just erring. A lot depends on him, and so he needs to know that. I think everyone is looking for him to really stand up and really do what most persons know he can do. He's not really come to the party as yet.
That's a good bit of fielding. Getting the batsman to play it in the air. That is most important. Once the batsman is playing airy-fairy, something will happen.
And Joseph can hit the bat really hard. And good running by the pair from the Ginger Generals. They threw came in, but they were always in control. So the runs are coming. It's 35 for 3, 4.3 overs gone.
It's good cricket outside of there. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, definitely. It's very interesting. You look at what is happening, and you can see the fight coming from the Bayleaf Blasters. They are not just going to bow down their head and say, well, we've lost this game. You can see the fight, and they're taking the fight really well.
And Ginger General is accepting what is coming to them. This line, I don't think this is the line that he wants to bowl. Can see the wicketkeeper Benjamin asking him for the off stump rather than bowling into the wicket, and especially going middle and leg. This is what the left-handed batsmen, they are very capable of playing those shots, and I don't think that he would like to repeat that at all. Got to take this one off his mind, and let's see, is he going to... Yes, I think that this is the kind of adjustment I like to see bowlers make when they are under a little pressure, because I think that's the pressure position for him now. He is going to change the angle of approach. Wow.
Yeah, good delivery there by Joseph. Had Jeremiah flattening on the ground, but all is well for him, Jeremiah. No risk. He can always just get out of the way, and he lives on. So Joseph will need to get a breakthrough here. I think any breakthrough here now by Joseph will help to build pressure on the Ginger Generals.
Bayleaf needing a wicket at this time. Can Joseph do it for them?
So far, the top 4 of the Generals have not really struck. We know that the top 4 for the Ginger Generals can be very explosive, but the Bayleaf Blasters, you have to give credit to them. They've done a good job in keeping that top 4 quiet, and now the rebuilding has started. They can't take too long because 5 overs is now completed.
Well, It's a very good, interesting game outside of there, as you had well put it. Rogers, I think they have one of the spinners in Rogers. Would we see Rogers coming to the attack very soon? Or Micah will be coming by himself?
Well, there's quite a few bowling options. You have Belfon, you have Narain. As you quite rightly said, there's still Rogers to come. So
Belfon is going to be coming back.
They have the options, and they will need to use them and use them wisely.
I think this is a very good piece of cricket by the captain, Narayan, bringing back experience. It's two young men outside of there, Narayan Belfon. I know him to move the ball around. Has a good length and good line. And let's see what he will do. It's good thinking by the captain.
So a lot of chatter out there. Wants to make sure that the field is set in a manner where they can build some sort of pressure on the two batters out there in Eugene and Jeremiah.
And this is good for the game when players are involved.
Belfon doing well so far. Dot ball being served up.
Something just have to be let loose there. Something have to let loose there. This game is very much poised. A wicket and more pressure. A boundary, something is eased. Something have to work.
Yeah, quite a tense situation outside there in the middle. Jeremiah just looking to steer that one past the third man. Really can't get through there. He wants to be careful, Jeremiah. You don't want to bog yourself down that you really have to play a rash shot. He wants to rotate the strike even if he doesn't get the boundary, but try to make sure that you get a little one, get a little two. Put the fielders under pressure.
That is most definite.
White ball signal there. Belfon just rolling his fingers over the ball. Hence you see the appreciable movement that he got.
Thinking bowler just missing his line a little bit. And it's all left-handed batsmen outside there, and the left-hand seamer in Belfon. Now that third man is placed, I think he should be thinking of taking the ball away from the batsman.
Jeremiah climbs into this one. It crosses the rope. A beautiful shot there by Jeremiah, just standing tall and really crashing it. 4 runs to him. He will appreciate this shot.
Definitely, and just a little bit giving him too much of room there this time is Narayan Belfon playing it uppishly. Just too wide outside the house stump.
So Jeremiah reaches 12 of 10 deliveries as Belfon wants to come back with the wicket of Jeremiah. Score moves to 45 for 3, 5.3 overs gone.
That's a good delivery.
Yeah, Jeremiah just disgusted with himself. I think it was short enough that he could have really swiveled inside and get it over the man there at backward square.
Well, the ball hustled onto him. I want to...
So, quite a tense moment in the middle. Nothing really much happening. You have the odd boundary. But credit again goes to the Bayleaf Blasters. I think they really have been thinking about what they're doing with the ball. Jeremiah goes again outside the off stump. I think this time it has carried all the way. And we're going to wait for the signal from the umpire. But a beautiful shot using the pace of Belfont and just guiding this one.
Yeah, just too wide outside the off stump. This one stood up there and asking to be hit.
That big level of tournament. That's the biggest tournament in dressing grade now. Come on.
The umpire.
No, we can't make it even this thing on them. At that level. That ball class me, the ball go for 4.
Still awaiting what the umpire is going to has signal.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the signal from the umpires yet.
But you see the ball going for 4? No, over. No, one ball. One ball?
Just too wide outside the off stump.
Yeah, definitely
That
a
was
bit too
asking
wide.
to be hit.
Okay, so now we get the confirmation. 6 runs credited to the young Jeremiah. That's Gerald Jeremiah. He moves on to 18 from 13 deliveries.
And the 50 has come up for the Generals.
So, my bad, it's 18 from 12 deliveries, 15 minutes, 2 fours and a 6. So he's striking at an even 150. I think this is more of what the Ginger Generals need in chasing a small target. You want to make sure that somebody just gets a bit of momentum into the innings, and so far Jeremiah has placed his hand up. Again, Jeremiah just walking along that region just fine, getting the bat out there and just placing it nicely.
Well, he had looked at the ball all the way onto his bat, and this is excellent batting. No swing of the bat, but timing well, looking at the ball all the way onto his bat and playing his shot. Lovely.
Well, Jeremiah races on to 22 of 13, some 15 runs. I think this is the most important, expensive over we've seen from the Bayleaf Blasters so far. So run rate has climbed somewhat, and they will be thinking hard now as to how they can
pull it back.
Pull it back.
Yes.
The good thing for them is that they are going above the required rate, which is just about 7.5. They are working at 9.17. So they are in control, the Ginger Generals. No need to panic, no need to rush.
No need to panic. Shakim Charles into the attack.
Quite interesting.
Well, I know he can swab up a 2 good of quarters, and that will be the leg break for the left-handed batsman.
We'll need to make sure that the field placing is spot on.
Haven't seen Narayan in the attack as yet. 4 overs to go.
Well, I think Narayan is saving himself to bowl at the death. So Charles starting pretty well. Wide delivery there. Going to be penalized. I think he needs to really get it right. We want to push this game as far as possible.
Bayleaf Blasters bowlers, for most of those have bowled, have been very much into the pads. Just wondering why. Again, trying to go into the pads, and it's a wide.
Yeah, I think they're wary of giving room to these batters,
Yeah.
that they can free their arms.
Oh, it has changed the angle and still pushing it into the pads. And not the correct line, it eventually ended up another wide.
Yeah, Charles struggling to really get it on target. Blasters just need to keep their composure there a bit. It's out to the man. The sweeper on the offside. Nothing much in it for the Ginger Generals to do. They just need to keep, plugging away.
Again. There's a loud appeal by the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, no. The appeal going up. Umpires just seem to be checking. Want to make sure that all is well. So it's a 62-3. The Ginger Generals chasing a total of 86 for victory.
I'm sorry, decision. I know.
Thought that the batsman had made it there, made his ground.
Well, it seems to be closer than
we thought. Yeah.
Than we thought.
Yeah.
I guess the umpires, they're going to look at it and make sure that they get the best decision. Could be a big moment in the game.
Very much so. Well, Benjamin, that kind of character, celebrating. What are they really celebrating?
I guess he's trying to get some momentum into his boys, really
Yes,
get them
yes,
feeling this,
that is-
because they have been working hard and they just need something to be credited to them. They've done really well, the Bayleaf Blasters in the field. And despite the giving away quite a few extras, some 12 extras, they've done really well in defending that modest total of 85.
Definitely so. Well. You can't just believe it. Spot on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, good work from
Thought it was closer. It is very much closer than we
thought.
He has to go. What a bit of work.
Yeah, good work from the guys there at TNR Communication.
Very good.
Very
work.
dependable.
Excellent. Very excellent work. Oh my goodness.
And so
What
the
a
Bayleaf
piece of
Blasters, they strike. Bit more tension. Pressure could be on here.
Definitely so. And the man who had been scoring the runs outside there, that's the man. I think he casually thought that he had reached home and just did not. TR is there, picking up everything, just not missing nothing in the game.
Yeah, really, we have to commend our cameramen and the work that they're doing. Jeremiah goes. So 24 for Jeremiah, 15 deliveries, 3 fours, and 1 6. He has to depart. The Bayleaf Blasters, I expected a bit more energy from them, a bit more excitement. Seeing that they've gotten the wicket of Jeremiah. Now they can really settle down and put that added pressure.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. Charles, then right Charles.
Charles, as we know, can really strike the ball ferociously. It's going to be important that he does so because it's 24 from 20 deliveries.
Oh, this one falling on a first bong to Andrew.
Yeah, you would say well played there by Charles.
I guess the hearts had gone up. Adrenaline had flowed quickly there. Very good moments for cricket.
Eugene hitting this one really nicely. The fielder coming in there really quickly. Good return. So they closed off the 7th over, have the Bayleaf Blasters. The score 64 for 4. Another 22 needed from 18 deliveries.
Very interesting game at hand.
Yeah, really, really interesting.
Very interesting game.
Could the Bayleaf Blasters really, can they reel it in? Can they keep the Ginger Generals at bay?
I have to bowl good from here. You have to keep squeezing them. No easy let off with any boundaries or maximums. You got to keep it tight. Narayan is going to take up the attack now.
Yeah, I expected that Narayan will save himself to bowl at the death. He wants to make sure that he takes the responsibility coming at the end, and that's the role of the captain. As they say, if the ship is going down, the captain has to be the one to leave last.
Sinking. You got to get back everybody on board, and let's see what's going to happen.
Narayan bowling to Eugene. Cross for 2.
And already Narayan is showing that he's going to look to pick a good length, getting the ball up there, and inducing the batsman to drive, because most of the players are in front of the batsman. So trying to see what he can get out of this pitch, marshalling his troops.
20 from 17 deliveries. Need to keep our eyes on that. Every delivery here will be important. Right, good dot delivery. 20 from 16 deliveries. Can the Bayleaf Blasters restrict the Ginger Generals? Tension.
Cricket, lovely cricket.
Again, just a single.
This is good bowling.
Definitely good bowling. He's bowling wicket to wicket. He's pitching the ball up, not allowing the batters to get underneath the ball, that they can lift it, over the boundary. So definitely he knows what he wants to do, and so far has executed pretty well.
And to every delivery, he's making changes in the field. Always a thinking captain.
$19 from 15 deliveries. On a stroke, that one is stroke, but good fielding there.
I need up a little bit of poor pick up there by Andrew, too casual. Got to get himself more into it.
Yeah, the intensity from the Bayleaf Blasters at times just tend to let them down. You needed that sense of urgency there.
despite of what is happening outside there. But I remember Micah Narayan opening bowl for St. Mark once against St. Andrews, and after bowling 3 overs of seam, he cut it down and he ended up bowling 3 overs of leg spin and picked up 4 wickets. Very versatile cricketer he is.
Yeah, and that's the sort of person that he is. He's confident in his abilities. "16 needed, 14 deliveries." We have a slight break in the play.
A lot of little conferences, conference with the batsman, conference with the keeper, and another fielder out there. And you also have another conference at the bowler's end. What can be the problem?
Yeah, well, a lot of chatter is happening. Overs here will be very important. We want to close off this over. This is the 8th over. They want to close it off well.
And what we have seen thus far is some good gripping cricket. It ends well, so it seems that all is well, and we're ready to go again.
So a bit of pressure on the outside. Pressure cooker. The lid has been placed. And definitely with John L. Eugene outside there, the Ginger General, they will tell you there's no pressure. He can handle this. They're going to back their batters. But Narayan and the Bayleaf Blasters, they have done really, really well to stay in this contest.
And not forgetting Charles is outside there too. In those circumstances, he could be very effective. A lot of marshalling of the troops, a lot of crossing of the field, making sure that the correct fielder is in the correct position. And that's the kind of person Micah Narayan is. As the batsmen just have to wait. Also building pressure on the batsmen, but keeping them at bay.
Yeah, quite a bit of a tactic there by Narayan. Delivery well played. Desperate attempt by the fielder down on the 3rd man boundary, but Eugene picks up 4 much needed runs.
It's a lovely shot, lovely place through the gap. Good effort.
Yeah, really excellent effort there by Belfort, but really couldn't hold it. Goes for 4, it's 74 for 4. 12 needed from 13 deliveries.
And what a game at hand here.
One kilo. Release that. Release.
Batsmen just not getting anything from Narayan so that they can get under. And at the end of the over, a very good over from Micah Narayan. Is the 9th over finish?
Yeah, that was the 8th over completed.
Oh, the 8th over completed.
So we have another 2 overs to come. Who is going to bowl these 2 overs? It's going to be very important.
Pascal have completed. I don't think they'll be going back to Shaquin Charles. Narayan still has 1. Rogers, would they turn to?
Well, it seems it's going to be Richard Rogers.
The leg spinner in that situation.
Somebody more stop a single, Micah.
11 needed, 12 deliveries.
Somebody more stop a single.
Got to get a wicket and force a delivery.
Let's have to put that extra man inside there. What's the score? Left and around the ball.
And if they can get a boundary of the first delivery, I think it's all settled.
Good delivery first by Rogers.
What a start. What a start. Can he continue?
What's his ploy? What is he going to do? Eugene going. And he has cleared the ropes.
Well, I think that it's all over. I don't think that the Bayleaf Blasters will start thinking hard now. They should have at least another 20 runs on the board. Eugene is well up for this. The leg spinner bowling to the right-hander, to the left-hander. And there he goes over his head. Oh, he scored. Dropped it. And what cricket it is. Excited. The penultimate over to be bowled by a leg spinner, I think it's very difficult one. It's a good ball, pitching outside your stump, hole in his line, and there is no run.
Well, Eugene getting a let off there. They thinking that could have spelled a different ball game, but he survives and
good smart cricket.
When it's not going your way, it's really not going your way. The Bayleaf Blasters, they look all set now to go down. They're at the bottom of the table, and it seems like they're going to be there after this 10 overs. 2 needed.
Scores are leveled.
So the end of the over, it's 80.
Everybody inside. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Copy.
All right, so we have 84 for 4. 1 over to go, and that will be bowled by Micah Narain. So it's 85 for 4 rather. Single of the last delivery. Narain with 1 over, 6 balls, 1 run to get. Field has to come in, force the batters to go over the top. So with that tickle, brings the total to 86. And so the Ginger Generals, they have taken this game. Good fight there from the Bayleaf Blasters. They really tried well. But modest total of 85 really on a surface like this, it's really going to take a lot of defending, and they've tried their utmost. But unfortunately, they go down. The Bayleaf Blasters. Good win for the Ginger Generals. They continue to move up the table as they collect a much-needed 2 points. They're going to assert themselves on the points table now.
Well, a modest total of 86, 85. I still think that the Bayleaf Blasters had made a good they had fought well. And we have seen a very good game of cricket. The pendulum have shifted every now and then, but um, just a total just not enough. I think 15 runs and more could have just make a difference, make them fight harder. But unfortunately, they have lost the game and they will go down in terms of the points on the table. Ginger Generals will continue to move up. So we have seen an excellent game of cricket. Lovely sunshine here at Las Vegas in the fourth season of the Spice Isle T10. And what a game we have had. As I'll leave you to Rondell, who will make his final comments.
Well, to give you just a quick run through, the Ginger Generals chasing 86 for victory. They started off rather shakily. They lost Johan Jeremiah, the captain, very early through the run-out route. He was run out without scoring. Lyndon Lawrence, he went, caught Rogers, bowled Kelshawn Andrew for 18. His 18 coming off some 13 deliveries. 21 minutes at the crease, 2 fours and 1 6. Next to go was Gian Benjamin. He was caught Rogers, bowled Andrew again. He went for 2 of 3 deliveries. John L. Eugene, he ends up not out on 24 of 20 deliveries. He spent some 48 minutes, 1 4 and 1 6 coming off his bat. Gerald Jeremiah, he had 24. Coming off some 15 deliveries. He spent 23 minutes, 3 fours, 1 6. And Denroy Charles accompanying Jeremiah not out on 4 of 4 deliveries. Some 14 extras by the Bayleaf Blasters ensured that the Ginger Generals got to their target of 86 for 4 wickets. Bowling for the Bayleaf Blasters, Pascal, his 2 overs went for 24. He didn't pick up any wickets. Kelshawn Andrew, 2 overs, 3 runs, 2 wickets. Really bowled impressively, did Andrew. Kept the ball up to the bat. Really didn't give away anything. Imran Joseph, he had his 1 over for 11. Didn't pick up a wicket. Nyron Belfort, 1 over 15 runs, no wickets. Shakim Charles, he had an experimental over, we would put it. He's known to be a wicket-keeper, but can serve up a few. He went for 9 of his over. Micah Narayan, 1.1 overs, 11 runs, no wickets. And Richard Rogers, he had 1 over for 9. So a very interesting game comes to an end. And we are going to get ready shortly for the presentation. We're going to do the man of the match, and we're going to have a chat with the captains. In the meantime, we're going to preview. Still have another game on hand, so we're not just done yet. We have nice, brilliant sunshine, good cricket pitch, and the Nutmeg Warriors, they will be in action shortly. They're going to be coming up against the Clove Challengers. So stay tuned for that. The Clove Challengers, they would face off against the Nutmeg Warriors. That's game number 2 on for today. And as soon as we're ready, we're going to go down to Jason on the field to have the man of the match presentation. So we have Jason down on the field, and we're going to go to the presentation. So, Jason, you can take it away.
All right. Well, good afternoon again. And yes, we've come to the end of what was an exciting encounter, a low-scoring encounter, as a matter of fact, but still providing some excitement for us. All right, let's get down to the presentation quickly. Keisha is there. She's one of our senior staff members at the Grenada Cricket Association, and she's got the man of the match. The man of the match, his figures today, Mr. John L. Eugene. John L. Eugene had bowling figures of 3 for 24. Congratulations, John L. Eugene. Bowling figures of 3 for 24, and he still 3 for 10 and scored 24 runs. Yes, I've got your numbers correctly. Come on over here, John L. Eugene. 3 for 10, good bowling figures. You did well to limit the Bayleaf Blasters for a low score.
Yes, I always back on my bowling aspect of my game. It was a good effort by the guys, especially Larry at the top. He's been bowling really well, and then I had to come and finish it off. But, to restrict them to a low total, I'm really happy with the team effort.
Well, you guys didn't explode at all, as a matter of fact, because you got 24, and you guys, you defended it, but 24, a low-scoring encounter. What was the reason for that?
Well, yes, that's how the game goes sometimes, but, our top order didn't really get. We always knew that a low total would always be a little bit challenging mentally, but I think once our guys just stay there, assess the wicket, I think we will come out victorious. Hats off to Gerald, for contributing towards that as well. And then, I had to stay in and really dig deep. So I think it was a good effort. Hats off to us. Also to the opposition as well for bowling really tight. We have to commend them on that too.
All right, well, thank you very much, John L. Eugene, and congratulations. The man of the match, 3 for 10, and a top score of 24 in this low-scoring encounter. Mike and Orion, come here, join us. The Bayleaf Blasters. You thought you wanted a little bit more than what you got, 85 runs?
I think 15, 20 runs added on our score. I think we could have pulled this one out.
Yeah, that was a low-scoring one, but you stuck in, you got it. You got one or two players getting starts, not continuing. But the wicket, it's a good batting track. Just losing your composure a little bit?
I think it's a good batting track, yes it is, but I think we didn't take advantage of the power play. We get 20 yards in the power play. I think that killed the momentum in batters to come. Too much of dot ball, so that apply a lot of pressure on the batsman to come. I think that we got the small squan that we falter.
All right, well, you said it best. All right, well, we wish you better luck next time. When is your next encounter?
Tomorrow, please.
Again?
Second game against Saffron.
All right. Well, you're coming up against the Saffron Strikers tomorrow, and we wish you all the best in that. All right.
Thank you.
Have yourself a good afternoon. All right. Well, let's bring the winning captain in. Johan Jeremiah, you did say at the start when we had the toss that you wanted to restrict this opposition to anywhere under 100. Well, that came through for you, first of all.
Yeah, I just told the bowlers, let's just stick to the basics and let's just bowl with a plan. And they did that today, so I must commend my bowlers.
All right. Well, coming into the batting now, I mean, you guys made a contest out of it, what we thought was an easy total. You guys struggled a little bit there. What's up with that? You didn't get off. We know you've got some runs waiting to explode, and you didn't get off.
Yeah, well, that's the game sometimes, Sometimes you get off, sometimes you don't, But I'm happy that the guys was in the back and was able to, cross the line for us, It's just for us to continue to assess, take it game by game, and look to come stronger every game.
Laurie Williams, I mean, he was spectacular up there with a new ball. An economy rate of 3 runs. He was fantastic.
Yeah, Larry, been around for quite a while with the Ginger Generals, and he continues to do well for us, So guess what he's doing is working for him. So it's just for him to continue to, doing that and looking to do well in this tournament for us.
When is your next encounter?
Saturday against the Clove.
All right, well, we wish you all the best against the Clove Challengers. Hope you get some runs under your belt. You're due for a big score.
That's correct.
All right. All right, well, that's it, everybody. The Ginger Generals pulling out victory on this one in a low-scoring encounter. We've got some more cricket coming up in just a little bit. Stay with us, guys.
All right, well, thank you very much there, Jason. As we have seen, the Ginger Generals, they are going to move up the table. But for now, we want you to stay tuned because we'll be back here in just about an hour's time. We're going to be seeing another encounter for the day. It's the Nutmeg Warriors, hard-hitting Nutmeg Warriors. They're going to be coming up against the Clove Challengers. That game due to begin shortly. So stay tuned. We'll be back.